Florida's controversial Stand Your Ground law now catching the attention of a prominent civil rights defender. Plus, is red tide moving north? A look at the latest beach conditions in Manatee County and what you can expect the weather to look like for the work week ahead. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini, and we start tonight with brown water, dead fish, respiratory irritation, all signs of red tide, and some believe those symptoms are popping up on Anna Maria Island. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows what we could see on the island today and what the experts are reporting this weekend.
Florida Fish and Wildlife tells us it hasn't tested local waters this weekend to confirm a red tide presence, but it seems to have reached Manatee County beaches.
The streets have just been slowly clearing up since the day before yesterday.
Visitors on Anna Maria Island are trying to steer clear of this, thousands of dead fish. Island Time Inn manager Robin Forsyth says some customers are canceling their reservations at the 6-room motel to avoid the dead fish and strong odor coming from the Gulf.
We're always doing well, but this really hits us hard.
Victims include local beaches, restaurants, and hotels like the Island Time Inn. The suspect, a red tide algae bloom found in background concentrations of Manatee County water samples by Florida Fish and Wildlife on Friday.
Right now it's not that bad. It's not a whole bunch of fish laying out there. So this beach is still like our little humbleizer.
Mote Marine Laboratory updated its beach conditions report Sunday afternoon, noting dark water and high levels of dead fish on Coquina Beach with moderate respiratory irritation. Further north on Manatee Beach, Mote reports some dead fish and dark water with intense respiratory irritation. Dead fish weren't visible everywhere on those beaches, but they could be spotted in the intercoastal under the Cortez Bridge.
Oftentimes, it's just a matter of when you walk out what it's like. So there's really no way to prepare.
Some beachfront businesses noticed an increase in customers when red tide moved up Sarasota County shores. Now they wonder if they're next.
Hopefully it can just bypass us.
FWC is expected to release its next red tide report Wednesday, but Mote updates its beach conditions report daily. We have that link for you on our website, mysuncoast.com. Reporting on Anna Maria Island, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. And according to Mote Marine Laboratory's latest report taken this afternoon, we are seeing moderate to intense respiratory irritation at Manatee County and northern Sarasota County beaches, while South Sarasota County beaches are looking better than Saturday. Venice Beach actually reporting no irritation. However, some dead fish are still present. And ABC 7 has been out in front of this season's red tide crisis, covering this story from every possible angle, and you can log on to mysuncoast.com to access our catalog of coverage, including answers to your most frequently asked questions. Well, now let's take it over to Steve Newman in for Wendy Ross tonight with a look at our first alert weather forecast. Steve?
Adam, it was a hot day. In fact, we came this close to tying a record in Sarasota. Tampa had a high of 95, 92 at Fort Myers. And until those storms came in, it was a really sultry afternoon. So these highs all occurred before the storms arrived. Venice 95, the same at Inglewood, same at Bradenton. You got an idea, low to mid-90s everywhere. And here's where the storms are right now, moving out to sea. And we had a solid line develop along a sea breeze front. You can see it there. And once it went out in the Gulf, it just blossomed with a lot of thunder and lightning. We got 90-degree water temperatures out here that just fueled those storms once they got out away from land. So we only had a little brush with it here right along the coast. In the last couple, 3 hours, they're thinning out. We should not see any more tonight for the most part. As you can see in our future radar prediction, light offshore winds continue, but other than that, we should remain dry through the morning hours. Could have another chance of storms tomorrow afternoon. The overnight weather planner shows that the storms are gone and we have temperatures cooling off into the 70s through dawn tomorrow. Our full forecast and look at the tropics in a few minutes, Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. Federal aid and helping hands from across the globe are on the way for crews battling California wildfires. The White House has just approved a disaster declaration for Shasta County, where the Carr Fire is continuing to burn through homes and property. More than 17 monstrous fires are blazing out of control in California. People near the Carr Fire have begun returning to their homes. So far, the fire there has killed 7 people and destroyed more than 1,000 structures. Now to another developing story in California tonight. A plane crash in Southern California, killing all 5 people on board. As ABC's Will Carr reports, miraculously, no one on the ground was hurt when that plane crashed into a parking lot.
77, helicopter 1. Plane reported down at Sunflower and Bristol.
The dramatic scene after a small plane crashed into a shopping center parking lot in Santa Ana, California, striking this unoccupied car. The windshield crushed.
Ooh, that came out of nowhere and just... Oh my God, dude.
There were no survivors on that airplane. 5 fatality DOAs on the airplane.
Parts of the plane, a wing, even the wheels scattered outside a Staples store. A crowd of shoppers quickly gathering, one witness describing a loud noise from the engine.
I don't know if he lost control or if there was something wrong with the engine, but you can hear everything was loud.
The plane registered to a San Francisco-based real estate company. The pilot of the twin-engine Cessna declaring an emergency and was given permission to land at Orange County's John Wayne Airport just moments before the crash. The 5 fatalities all inside the aircraft, the owner of the car inside shopping at the time of the crash.
The fact that there was no injuries on the ground is a miracle in itself.
This plane crashed 2 miles short of John Wayne Airport, and tonight authorities have pushed the public back because there is still jet fuel on the ground. It comes as the NTSB is on its way, and it will determine the cause of this crash. In Orange County, Will Carr, ABC News.
Well, back here in Southwest Florida, a rally by civil rights leader Al Sharpton and a Black Lives Matter march all held in Clearwater today. Both groups calling for justice in a case that sparked a national debate over Florida's controversial Stand Your Ground law. In July, Marquise McLaughlin, a black man, was shot during an altercation with Michael Draka, a white man, at a Clearwater convenience store. And it could all be seen here on a surveillance camera footage. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office did not arrest Draka, citing Stand Your Ground law.
So my decision not to arrest is merely doing what Florida law compels. Don't leave somebody sitting in jail who claims they acted in self-defense while the state attorney figures it out and makes his decision, which could take weeks or months.
Stand Your Ground is a racist Jim Crow law that gives white people a license to kill unarmed people of color.
The Stand Your Ground law states that you can use deadly force without retreating if you believe you are in imminent danger of death or great bodily harm. An update now on a double murder case in Bradenton. Suspect Joe Claire Just is now in the custody of the Department of Juvenile Justice right here in Manatee County. He was transported from Denver, Colorado, where law enforcement arrested him days after those crimes were committed. 17-year-old Claire Just is accused of shooting and killing 18-year-old Caleb Bowman and 18-year-old Kamundry Pittman in July. Bowman died at Manatee Memorial Hospital, while Pittman was found dead behind a mostly vacant shopping center along Cortez Road West in Bradenton. Plans for a new hospital in Venice are moving forward this week. The Sarasota County Planning Commission approving the rezoning of land for a new Venice Regional Bayfront Health Facility. That facility will be located just east of the Jacaranda Roundabout in Venice. The hospital still has months before it can begin construction. Next, county commissioners will need to approve changing the land use designation. Venice Regional will also need to get a site and development plan and an alternative parking plan approved. The race for Sarasota County School Board is heating up. Tomorrow, all 8 candidates across 3 Sarasota County School Board districts are invited to a forum at Selby Library. That event will begin at 5 p.m. and is open to the public. Candidates will participate in an informal meet and greet, followed by a forum where they will first respond to identical written questions and then to questions from the audience. Districts 1, 4, and 5 are on the ballot this year. Candidates from District 1 include Bridget Ziegler and Nick Guy on ABC 7 at 7. Each of those candidates told us why they are throwing their hats into the ring.
It's transparency, fiscal accountability, and ensuring that there's a voice for parents at the board.
Keeping our kids safe has always been the most important thing that any leader in a school district has to consider, but that's more important now than ever.
All this week on ABC 7 at 7, you could hear more from these Sarasota School Board races. The candidates from each district on the ballot will debate at the trapezoid on these 3 dates, including Ziegler and Guy in District 1, Shirley Brown and Karen Rose in District 4, and Jane Goodwin, Rick Linden, Pamela Gavette, and Justin Cody Willis, all running for District 5. Coming up on ABC 7, Steve Newman will return with your first alert weather forecast for the work week ahead. Plus, Wells Fargo at the center of yet another investigation. The error the banking company says lost hundreds their homes.
Mascara adds depth to the eyes. Lipstick gives the mouth color and definition. And ALS paralyzes the body.
You look great, Mom. Thank you.
Slowly taking away the ability to move and eventually breathe.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
The day you lose your strength is the day you lose your independence. Muscle is lost with age, affecting your energy, balance, and mobility. Before you know it, you're depending on others just to get through the day. But you can reverse and prevent muscle loss. Introducing MyoHealth, a revolutionary proven approach to increased muscle strength and function in as little as 30 days. Live life on your terms with more energy and confidence.
After a serious health issue put me down, MyoHealth's getting me back up again.
I'm doing activities that I haven't done for a long time. It really works.
MyoHealth is a safe, natural dietary supplement, the result of decades of research and 24 human clinical studies. You can live stronger at any age with greater strength, mobility, balance, and energy. Call or go online now and take the MyoHealth 30-Day Strength Challenge.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC 7.
Customers lost their homes because of a computer glitch. The issue came about in a regulatory filing showing that software mistakenly denied over 600 homeowners mortgage modifications, and in about 400 cases the customers were foreclosed upon. The computer error was fixed in October of 2015 but had been going on since April of 2010. Wells Fargo says it has set aside $8 million to compensate customers affected by the mistake. Wells Fargo has been mixed up in a series of scandals in recent years that have cost the firm billions, leaving it facing a string of lawsuits and investigations. Well, we are just 8 days away from the start of the new school year, and while there is still a little time left to stock up on school supplies, it's probably a little too late for many of you to take advantage of this weekend's tax-free back-to-school holiday, which ends in about 45 minutes. But if you missed out on this weekend, it's not too late to still find a good deal. Plenty of stores will be offering back-to-school deals leading up to the first few weeks of class, so keep your eyes peeled for those discounts. Edible Sarasota magazine and 10 of Sarasota's nationally renowned chefs came together at Louis' Modern tonight for the 5th annual Sustainable Seafood Dinner. That event was an opportunity to taste invasive and underutilized seafood species and ask questions. One question for chefs: how red tide is impacting local restaurants.
The red tide's not really affecting the restaurants right now, except for the visitors that are coming. Most of the fish, I'd say 99% of the fish that we're using in our restaurants are caught 50 miles offshore. A lot of it from the Atlantic coast too. And most of the shallow water fishing, which is really where the effects are, we're not touching that.
Proceeds from tonight's event will go towards Chefs Collaborative, a national nonprofit with a mission of inspiring and educating chefs to build a better food system. Now, I imagine more people are being driven into restaurants as they try to avoid our beaches for now.
I'm hungry already looking at that food. We did get some mixing up of the air, so hopefully it's helped with the irritation we're getting from the fumes coming off of the red tide. But it was a stormy late afternoon, as we can see in our time lapse from the ABC7 tower cam. And you can see the rain shafts coming down from those storms and the beautiful cloud formations swirling around as that shelf cloud moved offshore, and the storms even got stronger when they went out of the Gulf of Mexico. We had a fairly dull sunset, though, throughout most of the Sun Coast. 80 at this hour. It's still, the storms didn't cool us off that much. The dew point is 77, very humid, humidity 90%. And our high today of 95 was 1 degree shy of the record set back in 1993-96. We're pretty close to normal for the morning low temperature. Now here is the satellite image showing the blossoming of that storm area. There's a collision front between the Gulf Coast sea breeze and that flow coming in from the Atlantic that triggered that just explosive development. You can see it right there. And it occurred right along the coast because the Gulf Coast sea breeze only made it in about 5 miles when it came in contact with that easterly flow, and then boom, that's what happened. But look, they even intensified further out in the Gulf of Mexico due to the warm Gulf waters all evening long. Been looking out in the Gulf, you've been seeing a lot of lightning out there. That's why. Looking upstream, nothing to speak of left over Florida heading our way, so we should be pretty much done for those thunderstorms for the rest of tonight. High pressure is what's causing this. It's that Bermuda high from stretching all the way through the southeastern United States, creating a due easterly wind flow across the state. That combined with the Gulf Coast sea breeze is creating that pattern. And that's going to be what we'll see all week long, but tomorrow we may not have as great a coverage of storms. Highs today, 95 at Chicago, 91 at New York City, 93 at Toronto. Phoenix, 113. Death Valley, the nation's warmest, with 117 today. The Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, and Atlantic are quiet, but things are heating up in the Pacific. This is Tropical Storm Ileana that formed today just off the coast of Mexico. And we have a Category 4 hurricane, Hector, out in the Pacific. You can see the eye swirling around there. The National Hurricane Center predicting it to weaken very slowly, but still maintaining Category 2 force when it passes to the south of the Hawaiian Islands on Wednesday, with winds sustained of about 105 miles per hour. The outer bands of that storm could bring rain to the Big Island of Hawaii, where Kilauea volcano is currently spewing lava into the Pacific. Now here's our futurecast. It takes us for the next couple of days, and it's got a handle on the storms that are just moving offshore now. As we move toward the morning hours, things quiet down. Tomorrow afternoon, about 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, another round develops, maybe not as much coverage. And then the same thing happens Tuesday afternoon with more coverage, I think, and maybe heavier storms. You can see 5 o'clock Tuesday, Futurecast is predicting that. If you get out on the water tomorrow, away from the red tide in the open Gulf, easterly winds in the morning, northerly in the afternoon 5 to 10, seas only 2 feet. And if you can find a good beach, we keep giving a beach forecast, hoping that things will get better. 90 degrees the high temperature, the water temperature 91. Well, the storms are ending, and our low temperature tonight will be 74 degrees, pretty close to normal. And tomorrow will be a partly sunny day. 20% chance of late storms, high 92, and 7 days shows that rain chance goes up as we move toward the week to a 50% chance on Wednesday. And then off and on, we're going to see 30, 40, 50% into next weekend. Maybe a greater chance of storms next Saturday. That's your weather, Adam.
Now, sports.
Rays outfielder Kevin Kiermaier is so sick of losing, he actually asked manager Kevin Cash to take him out of the leadoff spot in the lineup after the Rays' second one-run loss to the White Sox yesterday and Kiermaier's fourth hitless game of the month. He says he approached Cash about moving him down in the lineup. The Gold Glove outfielder hoped it could take some of the pressure off, and even though the Rays lost again tonight, they did score more runs in their last 2 games combined, and the new leadoff man, Mallex Smith, got 4 hits, and Kiermaier even adding a late RBI to make it a 1-run game.
These things don't hurt my pride. It's all about winning games up here, and like I said, I'm not getting the job done up there, and frankly enough, I don't deserve to be at the leadoff spot.
Mallex is swinging a hot bat right now. No doubt he's having a lot of good at-bats. He's getting deep in the count. He's getting his hits, and even when he's getting outs, it seems like every at-bat's a 3-2 situation, so just got to keep him going.
Kiermaier, who has already missed significant time with injuries this season, has yet to pull his season batting average above 200. A Cincinnati school teacher has just finished the fastest solo row across the Atlantic Ocean. Bryce Carlson and his 20-foot boat Lucille arrived at the port of St. Mary's off the coast of England less than 39 days after launching from St. John's in Newfoundland. Covering around 2,300 nautical miles, the 37-year-old, who has a history of endurance feats like ultra marathons, beat the previous record by just over 15 days.
A quote recently that I love that I think applies here, and that is, the person you're going to have to spend the most time with over the course of your life is yourself. So you better make yourself as interesting as possible.
Carlson's boat had equipment to help him keep straight and informed him of weather conditions. He rowed for about 12 hours a day, generally from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with some rests and meal breaks. Well, that's a look at sports. Your winning lotto numbers are straight ahead. Stay with us.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Find out first at 4 with ABC 7 News at 4. Weekdays on ABC 7.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
In entertainment news, singer Demi Lovato released a statement more than a week after an apparent drug overdose on July 24th. She posted a message on Instagram Sunday, in part thanking God, family, hospital staff, and fans for love and support. She also says, quote, "I will keep fighting." Sir Patrick Stewart is returning to Star Trek, reprising his role as Captain Jean-Luc Picard in a new series for CBS. That show, which at the present does not have a title, is not a reboot of Next Generation, but it is being described as a look at the next chapter of Captain Picard's life. Stewart confirming his return to Star Trek Saturday during a surprise visit to a Star Trek convention in Las Vegas. Could a cuddly toy bear and his friends take down one of the world's biggest action stars? Well, apparently not. The debuting Disney film Christopher Robin may have been the top new movie of the weekend, but coming in at $25 million, it did not beat the latest installment of Mission Impossible for a second straight weekend. Mission Impossible Fallout knocked out the competition, earning $35 million. And in third place, the action comedy The Spy Who Dumped Me, driving off with $12.4 million. Yeah, it's the summer of reboots. I've been saying all summer long here, Steve.
I'd have gone to see Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin. That was my choice.
Of course, me too. You know, it tugs at the heartstrings.
That's
the
right.
Mission Impossible, it's the sixth installment. Should be on Netflix anytime soon.
Anytime soon. We have a nice week coming up. Afternoon storms to cool us off. You can see the 7-day outlook with temperatures pretty close to seasonal normal. But it was hot today.
Excellent. Well, looking forward to it, and looking forward to seeing you all again in the morning. Check back 5 a.m.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Pets bring so much joy to our lives. They're loyal, they're protective, and smart. Yet as smart as our pets might be, they can't advocate for themselves, especially in the event of a natural disaster. During Hurricane Harvey, many families were separated from their pets. That's why it's important your pet is part of your family's disaster preparedness plan. Talk to your veterinarian and visit banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. Don't save it for a rainy day.